this is Micah, and welcome to Living Life Strong, where I give you powerful how-to tips on how you can intentionally happen to your life instead of your life happening to you. And so this week, we are talking about discipleship, how to be a disciple of Jesus. And we said that included three things. One, to be a follower of him. Two, is to copy him. And then the third is how to have his same passions. So yesterday, we talked about how to be a follower of Jesus and what that means. Today, we are going to talk about how to copy Jesus. So we have to ask ourselves, are we willing to copy him? Do we even know what that means? Are we willing to allow him to influence our lives to where we become just like him? And the big question is, who is influencing your life? Is it the media? Is it what music that you listen to? Is it your friends? Is it your family? And the truth is that we are influenced by everything, whether we like it or not. Essentially, we are being discipled by everything around us. And so are we willing for Jesus to be the primary influence in our lives? And I think that is really the hinge of discipleship. Am I willing? Are you willing to let Jesus be the primary influence in your life over all else? And the main thing is to be like him. It means to conform to his will, to think like him, to be like him in the world that you live in. That's our ultimate goal as disciples. And so what are the specific things that we can do? What are the essential principles of copying Jesus? Assuming that you have dedicated your life to Christ, the main thing is about relationship. It's having a relationship with him. It's not just about checking off some kind of religious task list. It's ultimately about living out your relationship with him that bleeds into every area of your life. This is how we surrender to him and copy him in our lives. And so sometimes when we think about a relationship with God, we're like, yeah, Jesus is my friend. He's my buddy. And that's awesome because Jesus is a friend. However, we actually have responsibility to him. If it's going to be a real relationship, we have to have real relationship responsibilities on our side. We have to live the way that he has called us to live, which means we have to grow. Continually change. Our relationships have to grow with him. All great relationships grow when you get to know them by spending time with them. So we have to show up in prayer. We have to show up and read his word, his love letter to us. We have to show up as Jesus. The Bible says Jesus was in the habit of going to church. And the Bible also, and it says, do not forsake the assemblings of yourselves together. And when we do all of these things, you see, in a real relationship, we can tell when somebody else is not really present. They're looking at their phone or they gazed off into space. And so you can tell if there's a connection in that relationship. If it's growing and healthy, you can tell. So in all these ways, we have to show up in our relationship with him, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, to be present with him. And the other thing is that we have to be consistent. A disciple that's copying God, walking with Jesus, who is regularly with him, we have to be consistent in that. Consistently showing up in prayer, to read his word, consistent in church services and gathering with other Christians, in reaching out and loving other people in practical ways, being his hands. Listen, it beats intensity every single time. Consistency does. When you put in the time and you put in the effort every single day, day after day, that is what it trains and changes our hearts to where we can be like Jesus, that we could be copies of Jesus. That's what we want to be. And so to be a true disciple, you want to be like your rabbi. You want to copy your rabbi, Jesus. So ask yourself today, what is it that you can do to be more consistent, to be like your rabbi? Put it in the comments. Have a great day, live life strong, and I'll see you tomorrow when we talk about how to, the third thing, possess the passion of Jesus.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow Living Word on social media. We post content each and every week, and you don't want to miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and our Instagram, and make sure to turn on notifications for all three, so you'll receive the latest news, updates, and content right at your fingertips.